Hello everyone, welcome back to the Divine Intelligent One channel. This is Gracie, Spirit to Earth Angel 623. And so like I said, most of my videos I have already did a live recording on my other platform and my podcast. So if you hear whatever time that you hear this on whichever platform, this is meant for you to hear it at that specific time. And stages in your spiritual journey at that point. Like I said, YouTube will be the last platform that I will post, my videos and stuff on, with that. So it has already went out, and a lot of the ones that already heard it. So that will be the last one. So let's get into the other part. This is part 2 of the dream that I had about the numbers of the last one I talked about was the 5566 number. Now I'm talking about the numbers that I kept seeing in my dream. The second one is 4455 that I'm talking about. And this one right here is talking about compassionate. It talks about transformation. It's talking about being grateful, having the freedom, confirmation, having the freedom, change, progress, and growth. It's talking about too hard work, paying off, going through, the healing, going through the transformation, going through ending karmic cycles and ending cycles, setting boundaries and, embracing your spirituality, embracing the, getting in alignment with your path, clearing your chakras, getting everything in line with your mind, body, and soul, cleansing out your energy, how to protect yourself. And that's basically what that is, taking that leap of faith, to start your new journey, to start something new, empowerment. That's what this number is all about, with that. Understanding, your calling, getting the guidance, towards your spiritual path, bringing that balance and complete with this, ring nebula, bringing into that balance, stepping into that leadership, that energy, that so that's basically what, with the 4455 is constantly, it's alignment actions of your life, mastering, coming into the mastery of different areas in your life. And that's basically what the 4455 angel number was pretty much was talking about. I'm going to try to get into breaking down the numbers if I have the time. It also talk about generous, artistic, giving, caring, wise, humanitarian, compassionate. It talks about that, energies, that comes into your life, when it comes to your spiritual gift and your purpose and things like that. Dealing with the different moon cycles and emotions, honesty. It deals with honesty and truth, which brings in freedom, and stability into your life. Also bring in compassion and caring. We are in the Cancer season, so that's bringing in, it's a confirmation with that compassion and caring, because Cancer season is all of, zodiac sign is about compassion, caring, nurturing, and love and stuff like that, harmonious, being in sync, in harmony, You know, it talks about that too. It also reduced down to the life cycle or life path number 9. You know, with that 9 is associated with the 4455. You know, with that, you know, final phases of cycle. You know, when you get to the number 9, and when I talk about in the last one about 22 is the mastery, where the 9 and the 4455 it means the final phases of cycles, you know, karmic cycles, ending of things are not beneficial to you, going into your next stages of cycle of life. We all have 5 cycles of life, you know, that we go through in different parts, starting from birth, and it goes all the way up until our old age, you know, until it's time for God to take us, you know, home or whatever. The number 9 also ending, you know, feeling of closure, bringing closure to a lot of things, you know, embracing renewal, you know, creative growth, future, moving forward. That's basically what, you know, it breaks down. You're not alone, which was in the last reading I talk about, that you're going to have that spiritual support that is coming in, you know, spiritual message, you know, angelic frequency, and the divine matrix. So that's all part of that number 2, you know, when it comes to your inner self and outer mind, body, and soul. And also the life path cycle. So if you have like a life cycle of a 4, a 9, and a 4 and a 9, and let me see what other one. Just 4 and 9. So life path cycles of 4 and 9 and 5. Because 4455 also is in part of it. Yeah, so with that. So that's what it's going to be dealing with. You know, also could be like dealing with your birthdays. It could be with birthdays also of the month. It can be dealing with that too. It can deal with how can I put this? Change. They're dealing with change also. So like the number 5, when you break it down, is dealing with change. You know, we talked about that in the last reading about the 5566. It deals with change. You know, coming into your life, you know, stepping into your full calling, adapting to forever changing, you know, in your environment, in your situation. Coexist, you know, when you're coexisting, once again, never stop exploring. So all these numbers is like generated with both, you know, influencing you and your environment around you. Higher mind, you know, tapping into your higher self, your higher mind, your higher ability of thinking, your higher spiritual gift. Pretty much that's, you know, looking and having a deeper understanding of your personality, you know, your hidden characters, your hidden meaning, long-term relationships, you know, dealing with that. That's pretty much with the 4455, you know, positive, you know, having a positive influence, you know, in your current situation in different relationships, you know, business opportunities and jobs and different things like that, you know, that you can have a perspective, you know, also when it comes to your reputation and your name. So like your, you know, you're like your life path number. It's dealing with like your life path numbers, your inner dream, your soul urge numbers. That's basically what this is dealing with when it comes to when I start talking about, numbers and different specific in astrology, and also with um, numerology. I'm going to tie everything into it when it comes to that. So it came back how I got these numbers because, like I said, I'm going to refresh it. It was talking about my last dream that I had. It talks about that I was being followed or whatever, and they couldn't find me. These people couldn't find me. And everywhere they tried to look, I had so much divine protection all around me that they couldn't find me. When they thought I was at a certain location, I wasn't. And so that's when God was like showing me and telling me that when you have come into the mastery of your higher self, where you become the ascended masters of your own higher self, your calling, your blessings, your spiritual gift, and everything, where now you begin to operate it in it, in a more fashionable, fast way. In my last reading, you need to go back and go back and listen to that video that I had posted about astrology number 5566, and it gets into more depth of that. I'm just going to do an overview of that. So it's like clearing of your energy, regaining your power back. 1111, gain your power back, being one with the divine now. You can move forward. You can go, your cosmic record is open to you only. Nobody can access that. Your dreams and everything is being accessible only to you. Nobody can astral project or go into your dreams. Nobody can steal your energy. Now you operating fully into your calling, your life purpose, and your mission. Nobody can steal anything from you. They can't switch destiny or anything, because now you have moved forward. You have stepped into that part of your life now, that part of that new life cycle that you have entered in, and that's where the 9 comes from. Remember I said the 9 about ending of things. So now you're moving forward. Confirmation again. So, Cancer. So the number 4 here, the sign of Cancer. And it's confirmation, y'all, because, like I said, I'm getting so much confirmation because, we are in the Cancer season. So if you are a life path or life cycle or your soul urge number is a number 4 this year. So this is for you when it comes to this. So, we all know that Cancer is like a water cardinal sign from June 21st to July the 22nd. So, and I told you about that. It's a sensitive energy, strength and direction. Take charge. What I talked about in the last video about taking charge, moving to your role of leadership now. You're no longer the victim. So you no longer can be stagnating and, being isolated and afraid to go out and afraid to take a venture. It's time to move forward now. God is pushing you out of the cocoon. He's pushing you out of your stable environment, which you have set for yourself as far as a security blanket. Now he's moving you forward to what you need to do. Take charge, quality, dealing with your emotionals, confirmation, relationships, and life. It's a huge role, a huge transmission. Okay, there you go. A huge transformation and change is coming. Blessings is coming. What is right for you. Take your right action. you know, you know, act before you think, you know, curses and blessings and different things like that. You know, watch your anger, watch your rage, watch what type of emotion, watch what type of energies is around you. You know, being more sensitive. You know, this is Cancer is in the sensitive energy mode, you know, with that. You know, pay attention to your feelings, you know, emotional manipulation, you know, of others and yourself. Pay attention to that. You know, nothing can sabotage you or anything like that. You're with that. So with the Cancer season that we're in, which is a confirmation, which is good with that, and your life path urge is sold for. Also, too, Sagittarius. So then that's a life 9. You have the Sagittarius. Also, you could be operating in the Sagittarius. You could be operating in also in the Sagittarius when that time comes. Because like I said, all zodiac, we have some type of aspect or we deal with when it comes into Sagittarius month. The number 9, you know, associated with your life path or your soul urge number or whatever. You know, when it comes to that, you know, it's a fire sign. You know, it's all, and we talked about in the last video too. So that's a confirmation. You know, it's dealing with the fire. Confirmation again, the fire element. So there's a lot of confirmation that is, you know, is coming to me when it comes to that. You know, staying out from the crowd. Remember, don't let anybody dim your light. Stand out from the crowd. You know, be your unique, authentic self. You know, go with the flow. You know, whatever God is directing you, you go with the flow. It's time to go out and adventure and embrace it. Your spirituality. There's always, you know, opportunities and blessings and different things that's coming your way and different signs that's coming your way. You just need to be focused and not have the distractions. So that way you can move forward. You can seize the moment and take advantage of the opportunity that present itself to you. That you don't miss your opportunity at that specific time. Because things are moving rapidly and fast. In the last read, I talk about that things is going to be moving more rapidly and fast now. Things are speeding up. You know, you don't went past all the stagnation. You don't went past all the delays and obstacles. Now your pathway is clear and free for you to move forward. You know, in that leadership ability to shine brightly. You know, step into that balance and complete state of your life, mind, body, and soul, in different areas of your life. Discovering your own individuality, you know, finding your place in this world. So, and I talk about that in the last reading. So all of this is right in alignment with everything that is happening and how the dream and stuff was going that I had dreamed of. You know, being what's best to you, being true to yourself at this point. So even when you get into the Sagittarius, like November the 22nd to December the 21st. So when you get into that part, when Sagittarius come into November the 22nd, December 21st, that's when you going into that other part, you know, of where your light is going to be more shiny, more brighter. You know, God is going to begin to show you off to the world. You'll be more like a glow up, you know, of what He can do, you know, and also people going to see the your blessed life. People going to see how gifted you are, spiritually and naturally. You know, and like I said, stay away from toxic people. You know, also put yourself into positive things. When people start talking negative, you know, and toxic, and you know, not happy for you, that's when you need to reevaluate, and you need to just go ahead and remove them out your life and separate from them, and not believe in anything that they say to you. Because you know you can always put your mind to anything that you believe in of. And you just need to have the faith and the courage to move forward. You know, there's new spiritual gifts that are coming to you and being hindered and coming into your life. And like I said, nobody can take anything away from you. Do not allow people to speak negativity in your life. Do not allow people to say that change the narrative of your situation or your story. Do not allow them to change it, because it's always the tricking of the enemy. You know, he will use different people that allow the enemy to use them into different fashion, form, shape, or whatever, confirmation. So pay attention to that. You know, pay attention to when the devil is using different people to get out different messages and different things like that. If it doesn't agree with your spirit, then you need to move on from that and not listen to it, and to bring it into, you know, and like what I want to say is, contaminate your spirituality, contaminate what God is having you to move forward with. And that's what you need to be more fine-tuning into it. You know, what's yours and what's not yours is what you need to pay attention to a lot more. Because now the devil is working overtime to try to turn people away from God, turn them away from their spiritual gift and their spirituality, by using other people that will come into the form of sheep clothing. Everybody might sound good, might look good, might whatever, but it could be wolf in sheep clothing. And sometimes you need to spot that out, so that way you don't get caught up, that you don't have them to move you into the wrong direction and steer you away from what God is bringing you into. So that's when your mastery, 22 number, mastery ascendance will come in, you know, to help you to move forward. 4 also about learning. You know, it's also about learning. You know, you have learned a lot of things, you know, in your life. You know, you learned a lot of stuff in your life. So 4, like I said, it's about, you know, learning things too, learning from your experiences. It also deals with how your life path and different cycles that you go through. Number 9, remember I told you about anger, and that was in the last reading too. I talk about control, and I talk about the beginning of that too. You know, gaining control of your anger. You know, don't let it get the best of you. You know, your emotions. You know, going through your emotions and your psychic healing and different healings in different areas of your body and in your life. Clearing out your energy. You know, pay attention to your emotions at this time, because you're in the Cancer. You know, Cancer season deals with emotions. So there's going to be ups and downs of emotion, good and bad emotions. You just need to know which emotion or energy is coming towards you at that time. Look at your environment. Look at who's around you and why the emotion has triggered. Why did anger trigger? And I'm going to let you know something. Yesterday, I was going somewhere. Me and my husband was going somewhere, And this woman, I was in a good mood, and I can tell you how the devil can get into someone, and it can trigger that energy of anger, you know. And it was a prime, and this is a prime example. I'm gonna give an example of it, because I was like car length behind a vehicle, and it was not enough room for this girl to get into between me and another vehicle, but she forced her way in. And before she forced her way in, she stuck her middle finger up at me. Now, remind you, black girl, young black girl with little, I don't know if she has little twists or whatever in her hair, and whatever it was. But it was weird to me, because I'm like, I never did anything to this girl, never seen her in my life. I was just traveling. We was traveling somewhere. And all of a sudden, like I said, she must know me, or she must know my vehicle, or whatever, I don't know, or see me on social media or whatever. But she passed by me. First she passed by me, and she stuck her middle finger up at me. So of course, that right there was anger. Anger rose up in me. Anger, I mean rage of anger roared up. And then she cut me off, and she got in between, and it was not enough. She almost clipped like the front end of my vehicle, my personal vehicle. She almost clipped it, the front end of it, because it was so close how she did it. So, and then I decided, and I mean angry, and like I said, y'all, anger had rose up in me, that, you know, it was not good. And I mean, I was just anger, you know, and just cursing and different things like that to this girl that I didn't even know nothing about, you know, and why she did that. And it lets me know that the devil sometimes get into people to test you. And sometimes God would test you also, but also God will allow the devil to test you, just to see if you got over that anger, to see if you have really, you know, changed or whatever. And see how you're going to react to the situation at that time. And they tell you with that, I kind of failed with that. Seriously, I'm just going to be honest with you. I failed that. I just failed that, because I went from 0 to 100 on this female. And so then so I ended up getting over in the far left lane or whatever, and passing by her. And remind you, she kept looking straight. She did not look my way. So I ended up cutting her off and got in front of her. You know, which that could be road rage. So got in front of her, and I stuck my middle finger right back at her. And when I stuck my middle finger right back at her, and she cause she was looking at me, and I looked in my rear view mirror, and I said some words to her. And next thing I know, she got from behind me and zoomed off. And I couldn't see her no more. She was going at a high speed, to the point that whatever I said to her through my rear view mirror, she read my lips. And she meant that I meant business when I said it. And next thing I know, she got from behind me, and she zoomed really fast. Then yesterday, as we was coming back home, then all of a sudden it was another, it was a white couple, and I think they were in they was from North Carolina, was in a white vehicle. And all of a sudden, we was everybody was traveling, getting off on the exit. And I guess they must have missed the exit, or something happened, because I could, once again, God was testing me again, because I failed the first one. And all of a sudden he cut off another vehicle, and got behind me, and you can see the man was enraged. He was angry, he was mad and everything. And I would look into my rear view mirror, and I could see his wife was like kind of like scared a little bit. And when you getting on an exit, you going around the bout to get onto the major highway, interstate, or whatever. And I had slowed down, and it was to the point that this man almost hit me in the back. He almost hit me in the back because the way that he got in front of this another car, between me and another car. I was in front of the other car behind me. He got in between and squeezed his truck in between. Was from North Carolina, white. And he was mad. And you can tell that he was mad about something. Don't know what it was, but he was really mad. And that it's like he had to get into the accent, or either he was going to miss the accent, or either it was something else going on. And so I was like, of course I was about to say something about that. And then I remember I was like, oh, people have good and bad days. And it's not always necessarily mean that they're having it towards you. And that's what some people need to understand, that some things that people go through in life or go through during the day, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's towards you. And that's what's confirmation. And that's what people has to realize, that just because people do things and it might be done towards you or not, it's not always intentionally. It could be whatever they was going through at that moment, or whatever they heard, or whatever news, or whatever. Just like when I be driving my commercial vehicle, and I be in, dancing. Well, I won't be dancing, but I be like, moving to the music, singing to the music, enjoying, the ride of my, business and stuff like that. Just, seizing the moment, enjoying and being grateful. And I could see that a lot of vehicle would get pissed off. People in their cars get pissed off and mad because somebody's happy. How can you get mad and angry and try to do things to upset somebody's environment because you're not happy? You're miserable. I don't understand that 33. I don't understand that at all. But why would you get upset because somebody is happy? Somebody is grateful, thankful, living their best life. Misery loves company. And if I looked at people's faces, when they pass by me or whatever, or around me, and take on that energy, then you begin to feel that same way. And I choose not to, because I look at it that they're not happy with their self or the way their life is going, and they have an opportunity to change it, to make it better, and they choose not to. So then they'll hate on other people's success, other people's happiness and abilities and different things like that, the way their life is going. And you can't always stoop their level or lower your standards or anything of your low self-esteem or anything like that, or self-confidence, to make somebody else feel happy or make somebody else feel better. Like I said, they have the same opportunity that you have in life. And they choose not to seize the moment or the opportunity, and that's their problem. It's not yours. You continue to move forward in yours. Release 999. Remember, ending of final cycles, releasing, balance, success, wealth. Your current circumstances are ending, so you might take advantage of better ones. If you are experiencing a significant change or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapter may be helpful. So you're making room for something new, releasing. Lesson learned, confirmation with the number 4 card. This is a confirmation also. Take stock of your accomplishment and how you arrive at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goal. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the awards goes to you. Confirmation again. The number 9, dealing with 4455, angel number. It breaks it down to number 9. And we talked about the divine matrix, how God is with you, your angels are with you, your spiritual guide. 444, blessings in disguise. There might be some difficult here, but you will push through. That was keep saying, moving forward, divine intervention, divine timing. You got this. You have been struggling and feeling lost. The wind of change will blow in your favor now. It's time to take the leadership role. If you've been suffering or feeling lost, some things may fall apart, but you're building a framework for something much better. Hang in there. Same thing, blessings in disguise. Protection, 444, angel number, protection. You remember, it goes back to the dream that I told you that these people were trying to find me, following me, trying to find me. They couldn't find me, they couldn't locate me because I had so much protection around me. Confirmation, get ready for good things you're being hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Remember I told you it's time, the 2020 mastery number of the 5566 number. It's time for you to move into your higher calling, your higher self, your spiritual being, your spiritual powers, and everything else that God has for you. Confirmation. You're born for to shine. Now, nobody can dim your light. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, your opportunities. Where you want to be at in life 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. It's time to set it in motion. The universe will align itself to provide you with the right people. Remember, get away from toxic people. Recognize narcissistic people, toxic people, mentally ill people. Get away from them. Recognize different entities and demons and different things and energies that is around you. Recognize it, acknowledge it, and remove it. Set your boundaries, clear your energies, regain your power. Circumstances and resource to make things happen. So that's what 444, all of this is confirmation. You are called. Soul, gift, and training. It's time to step up. There you go. Confirmation again. Here, you are called. It's time for you to step up now. Go through that gate. Go through your different portals, your dimensions, your adventures that is open for your cosmic records now. It's open towards you. That's what that door is. Your cosmic record is open to you only. You see, it's only one person going through here to the destiny. You see what I'm saying? It's only one person going through the door. It's not two. So don't allow people to say they're going to go with you because they can't. Only you can go through different doors that is open for you at your time and season. And it's based on your cosmic records, your DNA, how God wired you, and how you are being formed as a human being on this earth and different things like that, and in the spiritual realm. Your alignment. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. So also too, here your star ancestors are also there. You see all the ancestors there? So the ascended masters is what I call it, the number 22. All of this goes together. child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. So you are the child of the cosmos. So everything is going to be within you and going to be lined up with you. Excuse me, y'all. Big picture thinking. Remember I told you about back in the, looking at the big picture of everything. Huge blessing, huge wealth, success. Everything is coming and nobody can hinder it. Nobody can stop it. You have a clear path to move forward. Do not allow anybody to change the narrative of your destiny. Change the narrative of your story. You have the power now. You have the power to move forward. The big picture, energy, visionary, inspires your ideas, your creativity. You see it? Everything is there for you. It's open for you to move forward. Double mission. A lot of us has double missions. Light workers, starseed, angels, goddess, spiritual beings, spiritual leaders, serve the world by being you. See, there you go. Double mission now. You're coming into that oneness of yourself. Higher calling, higher self, higher being. It's come, and a lot of us do have double missions. And it's up to you to tap into to see where the second half of your mission is, your purpose is. Tap into your cosmic records only. Don't get on anybody else's path or anybody's destiny, because it's not going to work for you. You can't steal nobody's blessing. You can't steal their destiny. Whatever that God had put in your DNA and your cosmic record, that's what you need to access. And now if you go back, I say God had closed all the doors. He has closed all the doors behind you. Number 9 means ending of cycles, closing of doors, closing of path. So every time you go through a door, it's being closed behind you. And only you can go through. If you look at that card, it was only one person going through, and that's you. Nobody else can go through. No entity, no spirit, nobody can go through it but you. You're the only one that can rewrite your story, regain your strength, reclaim your power. You're the only one that can do that. Actor. Number 9. Remember I had to put that in the other card. Number 9. I know how to act properly and wisely in the situation. So yeah. Right. Act. Number 4. The nurturer. Cancer. It goes back to number 4. Learning. Cancer season. Life path number 4. Life path number 9. Life path number 5. I deserve to feel nurtured because I give care to those I cherish. So we're in the Cancer season. Nurturing, compassion, caring, confirmation again. Everything is in line with it. 44, traumatized. I acknowledge that I have been traumatized, but also that I'm healing. Remember, it goes back to the life path 5566 angel number I talk about, and I broke down number 6 when it comes to healing, psychic ability, your spiritual, your chakras, your past, life traumas and childhood traumas and different things that you experience every day that could traumatize you. You're going through that healing. You went through that healing process. Now you're going into, once you go through 5 and 6, 4 and 9, then you're going into the 22 mastery number, that you master everything. You have come to that end of that cycle. Now you step into a new cycle, walking into your ascended master self, your higher self now. Walk into your blessings, walk into your calling, walk into your destiny. You're like a rose. The roses of kiss. Number 9. The roses of kiss. You know, there go the butterfly. Well, no, that's like a ladybug. So you see, the ladybug is of good luck and wealth. The rose is of love, compassionate. You know, feeling the sense of affections when I look at the rose. The ladybug on top of the rose, I look at it as luck. You know, blessing and prosperity is coming into your life. The number 4, also great and full. You see, your cup is full now. You know, everything that you have went through in life, you are full now. Now it's time for you to be that leader. It's the time for you to be that beacon of light and go out there, you know, and do your mission, do your purpose. You know, you got the divine. This is also divine here, the divine one. He has given you the power now. And now and he's behind you. Your ancestor, your spiritual guide, your angels, everybody's behind you now. You can move forward. You done been through all your learning and lessons that you need to go through. Your cup is full. Your destiny is great. Your path is great. Now it's time to walk in it, in that leadership role. Stop being the victim. Move past the stagnation. Stop being procrastinating. Get those creative ideals together. What you have procrastinated, confirmation. What you have been procrastinating, it decide now it's time to move on. And like a prime example, I said that I got into the move of cleaning because I could feel like there was a lot of declutter going on in different parts of the house that I didn't like. And that energy, so I moved that stagnated energy from different parts of the house, you know, and got it back clear, you know, sanitize everything, you know, change the energy, you know, regain the power, you know, everything. And that's what sometimes you have to do with your spiritual gift also, and earthly psychic abilities. Sometimes you have to tweak and change things and remove things, you know, clear the energy, refuel your energy, regain your power back. You know, look at things in a different perspective. Look at things in a different angle, because you have overcome obstacles. You know, getting control over your emotions. You know, setting things in order, because things is moving rapidly and quickly. Divine Matrix 44, confirmation. Confirmation. This is confirmation right here. 44, divine matrix. Remember I talked about it? And here's the card right here. I've been talking about divine matrix. Here we go right here. Confirmation. Everything is in line with the dream that I had. Everything I've been talking about in this reading of the 4455 angel number. And also in the 5566 number, my nose is itching, so there's confirmation too. Everything lines up. What I'm seeing, what God wants you to do when it comes into you walking into your descendant mastery energy, your higher self energy, walking in your spiritual gift, standing your ground, speaking your truth, exposing when you need to expose, putting people in their place. Don't allow people to change your destiny, your narrative, your story. Picking up the ashes, you know, the rising of the phoenix out of the ashes, you know, shining brightly. Walking in the year of the wood dragon in 2024 with the fire, you know, moving rapidly, you know, purging, purifying things in your life, what's beneficial to you and what's not beneficial. All of that plays a part in setting boundaries Open and receiving new gifts, new ideals, new relationship, new opportunities now. Watching the energies that is around you and not allow it to affect you in your environment, your surrounding. All of that plays a part in it. 55, 54. Uranus, also the number 9 with Uranus. When I look at this card, Uranus, sometimes Uranus doesn't even come up a lot, but it does. It just don't want to stay. It doesn't want to stay up there. So you know what? It's okay. It can stay like that. Maybe it just don't want to be up. Revolutionary, brilliant. That goes back to the 4455 and 5566 number. It talks about brilliant, creativity, revolutionary, innovating. The sign of the Aquarius, social media, earthquake and lightning. That candle is making some noise there. It's letting us know. And so when it comes to it, talk about technology, advancement, breakthrough. It talks about that, the big picture, confirmation. When I talk about the big picture, concerned with day-to-day tasks and responsibilities, looking at the big picture of overall of things, detaching from unemotional things that is not beneficial to you. Not choosing chaos, and confusion, rising above that, looking at the outcome in a positive way. Don't allow, torment, looking towards the future. And it talks about national disasters and earthquakes and tornadoes. All of that talks about that when you step into Uranus season. And we have been seeing a lot of that too. A lot of earthquake, national disasters, different things that has happened to place that has not happened in years. And now it's beginning to happen. So that's a confirmation of what I was talking about too, about a lot of national disaster unexpectedly is going to be happening. I post a lot of that on my social media platforms and different things like that about national disaster, and I already talked about it too. Miracles, 44. Be open to miracles that's going to be coming into your life in different parts of life. The unicorn, you see that? The unicorn energy, the miracle, the mystic, the magical, of things that will be happening to your life at different times and different cycles of your life. Pay attention, be ready so you don't miss it. Also, the number 5, Venus. Venus is also playing a part in with the 4455 number. And when you have the Venus playing, Venus is more about love, romance, pleasure. The rose, did you see the rose flower? That's a confirmation also with that. Signs of Taurus and Libra in that is dealing with relationships, expressing, energy, showing more compassion. We're in the season of Cancer. So Venus, relationship, love, passion. That plays, look at beautiful things, look at everything as beautiful, not becoming power hunger. Looking at love, wealth, and fertility. All of that is part of also in the Cancer season too. Reflection, on the beauty of things. Being a magnet to your surrounding of different things to attract things into your life. You know, knowing what's important and what's not. Mercury, you know, number 4, we had just been through Mercury season. You know, we already done been through the Mercury retrograde. You know, and that was more about communication. You know, the zodiac sign is Gemini and Virgo. You know, we just passed the Mercury season where we was in the Gemini season, zodiac sign season. Now we're into the Cancer season now. And that won't come back again until September in Virgo season when Mercury comes back. And like I said, represent, you know, traveling, transporting. It's getting to the heart of the matter, communication, you know, misunderstanding, you know, clearing up and getting understanding on different things, you know, with that. Also carrying out ideas, creating, you know, looking past the illusions and different things that might come into mind, into play. Addressing the problem that has arisen, you know, tackle it on and move past it, come to a resolution, come to a solution on it, and move forward. You know, using your words as power, you know, but also remember, be careful with the tongue because your words have life and death to it. So be careful how you speak and how you use it, since you are walking in your mastery of descendant powers and authorities and your spiritual gift. You come into your one of yourself. You know, being more straightforward, clear and honest, you know, when it comes to different situations that requires more intense communication to get, you know, what you want to express across. You know, using the right message to get things, to get your message across. You know, the right tactic, the right move. You know, how to do things in a constructive and positive way. But it will be more intense and powerful impact. Working through stressful challenges at that time. And seizing the opportunities and stuff that comes your way. So that's pretty much that was going on with those numbers. Everything is resonating with confirmation. So which is good. You know, that's good to have confirmation on things. You know, that everything is working, that the divine is really, you know, he's really working through me. He really gave me a lot of insights on a lot of things. Glitter comes on stage, start your shining. So there you go. Glitter. That's a confirmation. Now you're going to start shining. You're going to start favorable. Take advantage of favorable conditions to achieve your goals. And look, don't that remind you of, don't this star right here remind you of ring nebula? Look at it. I'm going to show you that again. Look. Here is ring nebula right here. And then look at the star. Same thing. So it's a confirmation of a lot of things here. You know, there's a lot of confirmation in what's going on when it comes to stepping into your full calling, your full purpose, and not allow anything to stop you. Intense, feeling excited, uncontrollable excitement. That goes back to that happiness I told you about. You know, in that card in the last reading of 5566, it talks about happiness, being happy, being at peace, being a joy. All of this is part of it. Look at the tints. It goes right back to Ring Nebula. See all the color and the energies and stuff that's in it is in the same card, confirmation. Merge, powerful combination to achieve excellence. I talk about that too. Walking into your blessing, walking into your calling, stepping into your power. That all goes back into everything is a confirmation of your transformation, your change. A huge, huge shift is coming. And a lot of people has already walked into their new shift. I know I have already walked into my shift. During this Cancer season, and during my birthday, I have already stepped into that huge shifting into my life. So I have stepped into my Ascendant Master 22 energy now, into my higher self. So I'm walking fully in my power. Walking fully in my gift, my spiritual gift, earthly and natural. And also walking into the purpose and mission that God has for me. I'm stepping into my destiny. I have full access to my cosmic record, so nobody can hinder, stop, or block, or anything like that. I'm like the rising of the phoenix. I have rise above and came out of the ashes. Shining. The sky is the limit. And that's so true. The sky is the limit. Shining. All of this is confirmation. Gemstone. If you go, confirmation. If you go back to 5566, I talked about the stones. Okay, this is another confirmation too. In here, and this shows up in this reading. Gemstones. Precious and beautiful things. Remember, I talked about in the last video of 5566 about the diamond in the rough, and about the pearl. All of this plays a part in it. Crystals and different things like that. How it's made, how you can use it in your life. Power. Believe that you are greater than any obstacles. I talk about that too. Regaining your power. All of this is just confirmation. Confirmation of the last video of the astrology and numerology and angel number 5566, and also with this one 4455 number. I also talked about earth, peace, luck, the starting point of your journey. I talk about earth. It's also in the last reading, I talk about earth has your ground for learning and the activation of earth. So I talked about a lot of this stuff too in the video of 5566. So go back and listen to that video, and then it ties all into the 4455 angel number video also. Also too, fulcrum. Pay attention to the key points and the key people and things. Remember I told you about watch out for your surrounding. Watch out for toxic people, negative people that want to keep you stuck in the past, don't want you to move forward. Just watch out for your overall surrounding. And that's another. Pay attention to the key points. Pay attention to the opportunities and miracles that God's going to be sending into your life. Financially, relationship, created ideals. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to your dreams. Because now, like I said in the last video, all your doors that you walk through from this day forward, and this is June, I think it's June the 20, what today's date? The 26th, Wednesday. So it's hump day. So June the 26th, now you walking into, from this day forward, where actually God said it goes back to June 23rd, that Sunday, when it walked into Cancer season. So when you, from that day forward, and the waning of the moon, That's when things ended. Number 9, when things ended of life cycles. Now you moving to your new beginning. So pay attention to key points, because there will be a lot of key points that's going to be coming into your life that you need to be stay focused and not be distracted. Endings, confirmation again. The glorious endings of a new cycle begins. What I said, come back into the number 9 again. All of this is confirmation. Endings. You know, you going into your new cycle now. So walk in it. Be that leader. Relaxing. Happy Pac-Man. Let's relax with a game. So relaxing. I don't really care for that card, but anyway, you know, relaxing. You're relaxing. You're at peace. Rebirth. Learn from the mistakes and begin a new one. Rebirth. Learn from your mistakes and begin a new one. All of that is part of it. New birth, 4455. It talks about change, confirmation, transformation, new birth, new growth, confirmation. Step into it. Starry wealth, a perfect ending, grown oneself. So there you go. You stepping into starry wealth. Wealth and prosperity is unlimited, abundant to you now. Nobody can hinder, block, or delay, or anything. Break obstacle. Nothing can block your life. Confirmation. Nothing can block your light. The obstacles are broken. Go back to the other video. It talks about obstacles being broke and overcoming. Happy. Confirmation again. Great times, enjoy. Here you go. I talk about happy in the last 5566 video, angel number. Happy. Great time, enjoy it. So it's time to enjoy happiness. Don't allow nobody to damper your environment, your energy. Pay attention to the energy vampires and misery people. Pay attention to that. Stay happy. Stay at peace. Spread love and joy and happiness. Move forward in your destiny and your spiritual calling and your mission. Create. Confirmation again. The first step to greatness. Creating greatness is to create. It's time now. It's time to step into your creativity and everything that God has for you. Whatever names of God you worship, your destiny, your life purpose. It's time to create now, because greatness is in you. You're destined to greatness. And I think I'm going to leave it as that. Also, use a lot of Palo Santo. It's like a guardian type energy. Use it. Use that because it's going to clear out a lot of that energy. It's strong enough to clear out a lot of that energy when you're feeling stagnate, or indecisive at times. You can use it to clear out different parts of the room energy, to change the atmosphere around you in different parts of your home, your vehicles, or whatever. Even before you go to bed, your spiritual bath, anything like that, you can use it to clear out any type of energy. And I see a vision. Okay, y'all, so last night I was outside and all of a sudden it was the snake skin, but it was empty. It was a long snake. I don't know if it was a rattlesnake, a black snake, green snake. I don't know what color it was, but I know that it came underneath my step. It was underneath my back door. And I saw the skin. And so I got to screaming. I got to screaming, 11:11. I got to screaming, and I went and called my husband because I was like, what the hell? This, snake doing here? I have done everything to keep that type of animals away from the home. Somehow it got through the barrier, and so, and when that happened, it left the skin. It left a long skin. And I started thinking like, oh my God, I said, confirmation. And I was like, oh my God, I said, this snake could have been when I was cutting grass or whatever, hiding and never knew it. Or it could have came afterwards because I didn't see the skin then. And you can see the long skin where it left. And like I said, I don't like critters like that. I don't like it, and I would never like it with that. But he moved on. He didn't stay. He shed his skin and he moved on. And it says, and I looked it up, and it says, snakes shed their skin or molt between 4 and 12 times a year in process called aesthetician. And they shed their, and it's like they shed their skin for, for growth, bone and muscles. Never knew that they had bones and muscles and stuff like that. Because it doesn't fit anymore, because it's old or worn out. And that's just like us, y'all. We are just like that too. When you see something is not beneficial to you no more, it's worn out, it's outdated belief system, old bad habits, you will shed it and you move forward. So that's a revelation I got too, also from the snake skin that was left. Once you outgrown something in your life, it's time for you to move on. You shed it, you get rid of it. It's you set your boundaries, confirmation, and then you move forward. It doesn't fit anymore. You have outgrown this situation. It could be relationship, it could be job, it could be business, it could be anything in your life that you feel like that you have outgrown it. It's time to shed it. Learn from your life lesson and you experience it, and you move forward with it. And it's told me that it's been living, and it's like, and I looked it up too, and said when you find a skin in your yard, it said that it's been living there in the vicinity for a while. So like I said, that snake been living underneath that back stairway for a while. It just been really quiet, that I didn't know anything about. And back there it's kind of dark too, and and damp, and it's not damp, but it was kind of dark. So you can't really see it. So it's been living there for a while. And so that's why I was like, okay, so that's what it was. And it also saying that it's good luck. When you find a snake skin, it said it's also good luck, will come to you from the 7 lucky gods. So it's also good luck also, when you find the shedding of a snake skin. It also means change and transformation towards good health and wellness. And you remember that I told you the cards? If you go back to the cards of 5566, it talk about the blue light, healing, illness leaving the body and different things, it talks about that too. So all of this is confirmation, of why I saw that snake skin and why it was there. And like I said, it's lucky. In different cultures, it's a good sign of fortune, coming into your life. And then I look at about, a spiritual thing too. you know um yeah, so that's basically what it's all about. So it ties into everything that I was talking about. All of this is like confirmation, you know it ties into everything, about why it shed its skin, why I found this skin there and everything. And it's just like I said, it's confirmation, everything I'm talking about, and the blue light, light a blue candle or whatever it was saying. And in the cards, it showed that the beacon of blue light. In my last reading of 5566 reading, I showed about the blue light of the card. So all of this is good. Yeah, so and talk about shedding of the skin and different things, and shedding of new and bringing in the new and old. It's like I said, it's amazing. It's amazing how God would use simple things in nature, in life, to bring revolution, understanding, clarity of things of what's happening. And like I said, that snake skin I saw was like yesterday, last night before I went to bed. And then now I'm looking at, what it symbolized and what it's meant spiritually and naturally and everything else. It ties into everything of these numbers. It ties into it. Everything is like a confirmation that it ties into things that is happening. And that is really good. That is beautiful, how God would tie things into, from the natural and the spiritual realm, and tie things up to bring you confirmation of a lot of things that is happening. Confirmation again. So I'm going to leave it here. Until next time, peace, love, joy, and happiness, and much blessings. Like I said, keep moving forward. Stay on your spiritual path and your journey. And watch out for opportunities and miracles that's going to come to your life this year into the next 20-some years to come. I'd like to thank my reviews, my subscribers, my followers on my podcast and other platform channels. Thank you, Spiritual Soul Tribe. Thank you for that also, too, the support and the encouragement.